Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I want to talk about the country in Morocco. So this is a map of Morocco. The history Morocco is just across the Strait of Gibraltar from Spain. From 1912 to 1956, the country was divided into French and Spanish zones. Two small Spanish-controlled areas, Ceuta and Melilla, still remain today. King Muhammad VI, who has ruled since 1999, claims descent from the Prophet Muhammad. Morocco is one of only 3 kingdoms left on the continent of Africa. The others, Lesotho and Switzerland, are small southern Africa countries.
In Morocco, many activities can we do. Among them, take a city break in style in Marrakesh, Riyadh. Photograph the famed blue alleys of Chefchaouen. Sleep under the stars at Chebbi. That is the 5 activity famous in Morocco. First, hike Jebel Toubkal. Jebel Toubkal is the highest mountain in North Africa, with this summit at 4,167 meters. The 2-day return trek to its summit is the most popular walk in the hike atlas, and one of the most popular activities in Morocco. Number 2, shop amid the Medina in Fez. Although Marrakesh remains the favorite Moroccan city break destination and attract many visitors solely for its shopping, Fez is the country's undisputed artisanal capital. Within the maze-like confines of Fez High Wall Medina, called Fez El Bali, you will find artisan workshop making traditional copperware and carpentry, dyeing leatherware. The tanneries of Fez are one of the famous photographed sites within the Medina, and the famous blue and white Fezzi ceramic. Number 3, treat yourself to a traditional spa break. For many Morocco visitors, one of the must-do activities while here is to experience a hammam. A hammam is a traditional bath with separate areas where guests soak and steam before attendants scrub you down, usually with Morocco local Rezol clay.
Number 4, relax on the beach at Agadir. Agadir is Morocco's main beach resort, and most people living here rarely move from their sun lounger. A visit here is all about sun, sea and sand, and the vast amount of Agadir tourists have booked a 1 or 2 week package holiday. The city is ringed by a fine suite of beach, some of it public access, while other sections have entrance fees. The larger beachfront hotels all have their own private patch of sand for guests. And the last one, book a camel trek to the dance of Chigaga. While Chebbi offers an easy desert escape, the Sensi of Chigaga is a more adventurous option. This 40-km long stretch of massive desert dance is Morocco's largest and Sensi, and a visit here provides a much less crowded desert experience. So we go to the 5 tourist attractions in Morocco. Morocco's top tourist attraction range from Grand Roman ruins to orange stone mud brick Kasbah architecture, which make it one of North Africa's most interesting historic destinations. Number 1, Marrakesh Medina. The bustling and vibrant buzz of Marrakesh Medina sums up Morocco for many visitors and is a major tourist attraction. The old city is entered from the vast plaza of the Jemma El Fina Square, where It seems half the city converges throughout the day and into the evening to hang out with the stall vendors, traditional musicians, snake charmers, and random acrobats. Number 2, Chef Cheon. Sitting snug amid the lush red mountains, Chef Cheon is a labyrinth hill town of blue-on-blue building that has an incredibly photogenic glow. There isn't much actual sightseeing to be done, and that's one of the town's main attractions. Number 3, HJB Dance. To see Morocco's Sahara dance field, you need to head east of the High Atlas span to the far eastern desert region that sits near the border with Algeria. The most popular destination for grand and rippling sand dunes is HJB. Number 4, Fes El Bali. Along with Marrakesh, Fes is Morocco's other big cultural destination. Compared to its sister imperial city to the south, Fes is much less gentrified. The Medina here called Fes El Bali is a maze of skinny, back alleyways where it's near impossible to not get lost. So the last one, at Ben Hadou. This golden stone, adobe Kesa fortified village, grows dramatically out of the earth scenery that wows all who visit. Its fairy tale place and unsurprisingly, the orange-hued turret and curvy lanes inside have become a favorite film location for Hollywood due to the surreal beauty of the place.
Transportation to go Morocco. To go to Morocco from Kuala Lumpur need to use air transport. Qatar Airways with 2 transit in Doha and Airport Casablanca Mohammed V to get to Marrakesh Menara Airport with the most expensive price of 2,485 to go and back and the lowest price of 2,346 ringgit inclusive back to Malaysia. The trip to Morocco takes more than 19 hours. In Morocco, there is a lot of transportation for getting around such as public transport, for example taxi, with a total price of 7 met equal to RM 3 ringgit and 19 cent Malaysia money for one trip. While for car rental anyway, amounting to 25 met equivalent to RM 11 ringgit 25 cent for one day, and for a holiday that takes a long time, it is better to use a rental car to save cost. In addition to rental cars and public transport in Morocco, can use the train to get around at a relatively expensive price from public transport and car rental, because the price of the train depends on the class and also how long the travel. So the estimate amount for transportation is RM 3,000 ringgit Malaysia money. Now accommodation in Morocco. Dorm rooms are on average between 80 until 110 med, equals to 36 ringgit until 50 ringgit per night in the big cities like Marrakesh and Fez, and about 50 med equals to 23 ringgit on the outskirts. Private room in hotels start around the 200 until 250 med, equals to 92 ringgit until 150 ringgit, range in the cities, and are much cheaper in smaller, less touristy areas. Budget hotels begin around 150 med, equals to 69 ringgit per night for a double room. Accommodation in Marrakesh and Fez will be pricier as they are the main cities. So the currency in Morocco: The dirham is the legal tender in Morocco, made up of 100 units, each of them called a centime. Dirhams are the official Moroccan currency since 1882, and they come in coins of 9 denomination and banknotes of 4 denomination. So, a trip to Morocco for 2 people for 1 week costs on average made 6,222 equals to 2,910 ringgit. All of these average travel price have been collected from other travelers to help you plan your own travel budget. A vacation to Morocco for 1 week usually costs around 3,111 equals to 1,439 ringgit for one person. So the last one, signature food in Morocco. Eating in Morocco can be extremely cheap, especially if you eat at many markets. A pot of mint tea costs between 8 until 10 med equals to 3 ringgit until 4 ringgit. You can indulge in local food, including the popular tagine, a meat and vegetable dish for about 35 med equals to 60 ringgit. Sandwich, pizza and most other dishes range between 30 until 50 med equals to 13 ringgit until 23 ringgit. You will find a more expensive inside restaurant with table service to cost around 100 med equals to 46 ringgit. Fish in coastal cities like Azuria cost about 100 until 150 med equals to 46 ringgit until 69 ringgit, while a lobster is about 350 until 400 med equals to 161 ringgit until 184 ringgit. Seafood dinners come with drink, salad and bread. So that's all my dream destination. Thank you from me, Muhammad Aufo bin Muhammad Tamizi.